Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach Live. I am Kanchan Verma and today we'll be discussing about city Manchester. Manchester is also known as City of First. We'll be discussing and we'll be knowing about this aspect of the city with our guest today. But before that, I would like to remind you that there is a free gift available for you. So please stick around to this outstanding show till end to claim your free gift. Hello friends, I'm Kanchan and today we are discussing about one of the greatest city and it is about Manchester. Now this is a city of first atom splitter, first kind of association of textile industry in kind of epicenter of industrial revolution. But to discuss more about this, we have our distinguished guest, Mr. Sitesh Srivastava. So, welcome to the show, Sitesh. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Kanchan. This is wonderful to talk about the memories. It's wonderful, Kanchan, to talk about the memories where I have traveled. And good that you are reminding me back about those days. Virtually, I can definitely travel if physically not. How have you been?
I am fine and just coping up the COVID period and taking all precautions. But when I really see the pictures of Manchester, I'm really kind of see that, yeah, this is a city which is a city of first. The first time the public library was opened for the public. It is one of the modern city. We can also see the ruins of Roman Empire in Manchester. So I would like to know more about this wonderful city.
Well, Kanchan, this was my good luck. This was my good luck, Kanchan, to see in England first time something beyond London. Most of us, we think England is all about London, but that's not the great situation. It's actually the wonderful thing is to see the English landscape when you travel to the hinterland of the Britain. Then you see the real England, the real landscape, the real small towns and suburban areas. Uh, so I had a chance to be, as I told you, in Warrington, which is just 15 miles from Manchester. So Warrington is very strategically placed exactly between Liverpool and Manchester. So that's where I was, and I used to visit Manchester almost every alternate weekend, and that was my gateway to understand the city, which was synonymous of one of the largest industrialized city by 1717. Just imagine, Kanchan, this was just 10 years after Aurangzeb passed away in the Indian subcontinent. 1707, Manchester was already one of the big cities on the trade towards the Atlantic trade. And no wonder all over the world, the examinations, the educational examinations have always asked this general knowledge question: what is Manchester of Asia? What is Manchester of India? What is Manchester of Japan? So see, just imagine that was the historical importance of this city, Manchester, by 1707, and by 1850 it was almost one of the biggest trading routes, trading centers of the world. And of course, the textile world, as we know it today, all the modern textile innovations that happened, it happened in the city of Manchester. Now, Manchester grew up very, very fast after 1717. And it was just if I see in 1717, Kanchan, there were only 10,000 people. But by 1830, 1930, there were almost 300,000 inhabitants. And this city is important to understand the industrialization of the modern world after the 16th century, 17th century. This is the one of the great places to roam around in this city, is to actually see the modern industrial world and how it grew till today. So that importance of Manchester is actually very dear to me.
Well, when I think of Manchester, I think of Charles Dickinson, and I also think of Town Hall. So I would love to really take a virtual tour of this place at Manchester, which is called Town Hall.
Well, Kanchan, Manchester is full of such places which are bustling with everyday items, everyday kind of a shops. Suddenly, you feel that you are in a posh area of Delhi, or a posh area of Calcutta, and town hall. The word town hall was actually came up from the British side into the world, and that is where the this city is important about the certain places where you can see lots of cultures mingling since morning till late night, and town hall is definitely one of the places. I am more fond of the Arndale shopping center, which is about the food, and if you go to Manchester and if you don't visit Arndale shopping center and you try the flavors, the Asian flavors, the Mediterranean flavors, the Mexican flavors, the authentic British flavors, that is something which I have always loved doing whenever I have been in Manchester. From my weekly or monthly grocery shopping, to the sumptuous Bombay aloo, to the sumptuous paneer parathas, and lot of Mediterranean food. I actually developed the Mediterranean food taste in Manchester. There are a lot of heritage buildings in Kanchan there, and as we understand, because of the hub of industrialization, the modern industrialization, there are a lot many landmarks in Manchester which one can basically visit and spend a day in Manchester's different industry museums, science museums, architectural wonders, and just get a feel of what it used to be.
Well, it's a good news for all vegetarian people, because most of the population and the cuisine is based on vegetarian item. So now I would like to know somebody who's traveling to Manchester. So what kind of cuisine Manchester offer?
Well, as I said, Kanchan, if you are actually the setup of uh, Manchester is more about the Muslim population you can find, and most of them are from Pakistan, and therefore there is a lot of Pakistani cuisine influence even on the Indian food, and several of the restaurants you can see the labels are written in India, in English, in Hindi, as well as in Urdu, so that they can have all kinds of customers there. And therefore, whether it is the sweets, they will have a flavor of a Muslim flavor to the sweets. As you might definitely understand this because you live in Hyderabad. So it is very interesting, the kind of fusion foods. And as you spoke about the vegetarian stuff, you definitely get a vegetarian stuff, not only as per the Indian vegetarian, but you also get Thai in a vegetarian, you get Japanese vegetarian food, Korean vegetarian food, and it is a foodie's delight. Manchester is a foodie's delight for the single reason that it used to see the raw material coming all over from the English colonies, and therefore the food also traveled, and not just the raw material.
Okay, so now suppose if we are planning to visit Manchester, what is the exact time period one should spend and enjoy the city and see the places, town hall, library, and of course I know there's a steam engine monument also there. So how we can plan a visit to Manchester?
So Manchester is something that planning in Manchester is like going back into the medieval history, especially the 16th and which is my interest area. And one can directly go to Manchester. Manchester airport is quite well connected via Europe, and also sometimes directly via India also. And the tickets are as cheap as 19,000 rupees one way ticket. So our to and fro ticket can come in 35,000 rupees, which I think would be close to around $600. Okay. And so going to Manchester is something that it is an English weather. Up to night 9 p.m. in the night, one feels it is still the evening, or just a 4 p.m. You don't feel to go to bed, and therefore you can roam around in the city. I have some interesting experiences in Manchester, and I always feel that, as I told you last time, I have also seen Manchester by foot. A lot of areas where I drop and I just said, now I have my backpack, my food, my drink, and my soda and my mineral water, and now I will run and see it by the foot. And that's where I have. But visiting Manchester, you cannot do it in a day. You cannot do it in a day. It needs at least, I would say, at least, given the it is not just one city. Manchester is actually what they call is conurbation, which is multiple small cities come together and put together. And so Manchester would at least take you by 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days kind of a time, because next near to it there are very nice things to see, like Bolton, Liverpool, Warrington, Birchwood, Rochdale. These are, I mean, there are very nice, and it is having a direct connectivity with London and other major cities in Britain also. So it is always good to drive, always drive.
I have seen the pictures of Manchester and I find the architecture is very, very fine. It is mixture of English and Gothic structures, especially when we see the library or some buildings in town hall. So I would like to know, is this place is a paradise for professionals?
Manchester always has been a great place to work. And the great part about working in Manchester is it is not just one industry. So all over the world, it is known by the textile industry. So you can expect best of the best textile technologies, museums, uh, 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 threads, fabrics, all, and the experts who know the fabrics all over the world. You can get there. But today's Manchester is not just a textile hub. It is one of the biggest cities of Britain, and it has great IT industry as well. It has great manufacturing industries converted into a modern industries, not just textile, but in others also. And it is well connected by rail, well connected by air, well connected by the road, and also because of the Liverpool is so close, it is also well connected by the sea route, and therefore it is one of the perfect places where industrialization is still persists and exists along with the world cultures which are mixed in Manchester. But I must tell you one thing. One special incident that I have kept it for the viewers in this video today is that and I remember one of the weekend that I was seeing Manchester by foot, and I was enjoying the fish and chips in my hand, and a bottle of a soda in my hand, and I was just walking and seeing with my small tiny camera. And suddenly, Kanchan, I hear the horse taps, the horse running on the road, and and then I see that there are some police kind of people with the red dresses on the horses, and they are just running across the roads. I could hear some gunshots, and then I saw that people are just trying to run and escape and take shadow, take shelter into some places. And then I realized I also have to run, and I started running, and I tried to get into some of the shops there, and they were putting down the shutters, and finally I could manage to get into the parking of a shopping mall there. And I got inside and I asked, what is this horse tapping and people running? And I also could hear gunshots. And I was told, are you a foreigner? I said, yes, I am a foreigner, and I am really worried, and I'm alone. My friends are not here. They said, today there is a match, football match between Manchester United and some other team, and a great wonder boy, Wayne Rooney, who also became a football captain for UK. Wayne Rooney is playing. And that day I realized, Kanchan, that football is a religion. For people there, football is a religion. The fans, they will have a cult following. The teams, Manchester United, they have a cult following, and there invariably sometimes violence also happens. I spent the next 5 hours in that shopping mall from floor to floor, Kanchan, to understand what it is. And only in the late night when the football match was over did I get out of the shopping mall and took the last train to come back to Warrington. So that is my take on this city, and thank you for reminding me, and I would like to be there once again.
Well, you mentioned about professional and computer professionals. So I also want to update my viewers that the modern computer was also being invented, kind of at Manchester, and also the first boys band of the world is also being formed at Manchester. So now I would like to ask you, how would you summarize Manchester in one or two words?
Well, Kanchan, Manchester can be summarized about the world textile trade. In our country, sometimes we call Ahmedabad as the Manchester of India. I have also seen in some places they also call Kanpur as the Manchester of India. In China, Shanghai is known as Manchester of Asia. In Japan, Osaka is known as Manchester of uh, Asian country, Southeast Asian country. So Manchester will always be known for the modern industrialization hub, and it carries a lot of history. So for any student of modern industrial revolution from 16th century, any PhD student, Manchester is the place to start with. Yes, you can go to other places also. You can go to Hong Kong, you can New York, but it is Manchester from where the threads started from the fabric, and those threads spread all across the world.
Well, if somebody is planning to visit Manchester, what are the best places to stay for the family and for bachelors or travelers?
So, so Kanchan, Manchester, as we have known by now, has is full of great accommodations. But for the backpack kind of a tourists, there are hostels, there are paying guests. In fact, they are called B&B, bed and breakfast. and they can be rented on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and that is one of the actually best way to see Manchester area, because it is so big. You cannot stay in just one part of the city and then try to roam around. So it is better that if there is a time of 3 days time, as I said, 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, so stay in two different bed and breakfast, one in one part of the city, another in another part of the city, and enjoy the both sides. And the bed and breakfast are available to as less as kind of 50 pounds a day onwards, and for a reasonable, with including the food and the good accommodation with the laundry. Laundry is very expensive. It's around 70-75 dollars a day, and I think a lot of budget hotels are also there. My favorite has been the Hilton, but there are definitely, and my recommendation is to go for a homestay. Homestays available with the British families, and there you get the real culture of.
Well, after listening to your description about Manchester, I feel this is a wonderful city. And to me, I will summarize a city of knowledge, a city which is all day, night happening. And it is, I can say, it's quite an old city with a modern outlook. So it was so wonderful to talk to you, Sitesh, and listen about Manchester. And I think viewers will benefit about your inputs about the Manchester. So it was very, very lovely to talk to you today. We'll meet again with our next destination of the city. Till then, bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, Kanchan. Thank you. Have a great day.
We have some unique Akulmach memorabilia which will make you look outstanding. The graphics on these corporate gifts are based on the global best business practices. To become recipient of one of these gifts for free, you have to watch this video till the end and provide your valuable comments. Or you can also share your experiences. The person who makes the best comment would be chosen to become a recipient of these beautiful Akulmach gift, absolutely free, delivered to your doorsteps. The winner would also get a chance to be invited live as a distinguished panelist during our next video. What are you waiting for, friends? Please subscribe Akulmach and smash that like button.